Hi there everybody, Ollie here, aka Secret Nimbus here, another episode of Magic Duels. So for today's episode, it's the first pure gameplay episode for the Tempo deck. So we're going to see what our rank 23 opponent, Alchemist 78, does. We're currently ranked 21 because, you know, I'm still struggling around the low to mid 20s. Not having great success, so hopefully today is going to be a little bit better. Maybe I should have started with Lumbering Falls there, in hindsight, but never mind, we'll have to play it out next turn, or maybe even the Skyline Cascade? I don't know. Yeah, I should have started off with the Lumbering Falls, and I've just realised that now, but never mind. So we've got a nice opening hand here. We've got the Visionary, Disperse, Harbouring of Tides, and the Bounding Krasis. Okay, so our opponent's not played anything this turn, so I think we can get away with playing out the Elvish Visionary. Draw us an extra card. Do have a Disperse open for later on. We also found a Jessian Thief. Can't quite play him yet, or her yet, sorry. See what my opponent does. Okay, so we're playing red-blue. Interesting. So we're playing thopters by the looks of things. Okay, interesting. So we probably want to get Mist Intruder down kind of ASAP. We've also got Disperses and things like that. So we'll play out the Lumbering Falls. And we'll just skip attack for now. Can't really do anything else without the extra blue mana open. Okay, so he's managed to get 4 down already. So yeah, we do have the Pier and Kieran Nalar, which is kind of unfortunate. We didn't really have anything we could do about that, really. So I do really kind of want to get rid of the Chief of the Foundry, I'm going to be honest. So he's going to swing with it. So just going to skip blocking for now. So yeah, we need to be able to deal with that, like, pronto, as he's got the 2 thopters in the air, which we can't really deal with. So do I bounce it with, like, Harbinger of Tides, or something like Disperse, and then play Mist Intruder? That could work. I could play out Mist Intruder, and then also bounce the Chief of the Foundry, maybe, with the Disperse. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll play out Mist Intruder this turn. What we can also do is, because it's an instant, I can actually block the Thopter, bounce the Chief of the Foundry as he swings, and then basically you can kill one of the Thopters with my Mist Intruder. So Thopters aren't really the best deck for us to be playing here, I'm going to be honest. They just the kind of the swarmy tokens. So he's going to burn my Mist Intruder. That's annoying. So we just have to let that burn. We could bounce it back to our hand, but it's kind of annoying. And now he's going to Disperse you, so he can't swing for anywhere near as much. So he's going to play Thopter Spy Network, which is deeply frustrating, as there's not really anything we can do about that. Guess he's going to swing with the 2 Thopters. He's going to swing with everything this turn. Okay. I think we'll just skip blocking there. So we're going to take 4 damage, but it's going to leave him with an empty board now. Okay, so what do we want to do? I probably want to play out Skyline Cascade here and keep Pier and Kieran tapped down. And then probably what I want to do is start bouncing the Thopters just so they're not on the board anymore. Although the Thopter Spy Network is deeply frustrating in that regard. So because he controls 2 artifacts, he's basically going to be able to keep one around. So what do I want to do this turn? I may as well swing with the Elvish Visionary this turn. And then, do I save open the Harbinger of Tides for when he basically plays out the... what's the word I'm looking for? He's going to play out the Chief of the Foundry, I reckon. So what I might do is save Harbinger of the Tides here, and I can flash this in and actually bounce it back to his hand in a minute. So I'm going to have to, like, kind of keep these Thopters around for the time being. So he hasn't played out Chief of the Foundry yet. He has played out Jace, however. And here comes Chief of the Foundry, so that's going to get played. And then we bounce it back with Harbinger of the Tide, so we flash you in. Bounce Chief of the Foundry. Why can't I do that? Oh, tapped creature. Bugger. Oh my god. I went full retard there. I forgot it was a tapped creature with Harbinger of Tides. Well, now I feel stupid. Yeah, that's kind of game over here then, because I completely forgot that Chief of the Foundry was tapped. Harbinger of Tides was tapped creatures, and then he can basically replay out Pier and Kieran now, get 2 more Thopters. So yeah, I shouldn't have bounced that really, but I don't know. I didn't really know what to do at this point. So What do we do then? I could play out Separatist Void Mage, bounce his Chief of the Foundry, and then just swing with everything. Which I think I'm going to have to do, because, you know, I don't really have much of a choice here at this point. So, whatever, we'll just swing and see what he does. Yeah, I could almost do it something like for playing Thopters, something that I could probably do with the thing that bounces back, like everything back with a certain mana cost, I suppose, would work quite well. Because I don't really have like a board clear with this deck, and that would work quite well against Thopters, and Thopters are becoming more and more popular again. So that might be worth putting in just for the Thopters, really. Because this is kind of not going well, so... So yeah, I'm not in a good place right now, put it that way. Because like mass clearing Thopters would work out really well. Just like 1 or 2 copies in the deck would be like perfect. So I'm about to take 6 damage here, and I think this is probably game over. So I'm probably going to concede and just move on to game number 2, guys. Okay, guys, here we are for game number 2. So we're playing the rank 20 Matroska, something like that. I'll double check in a second, but that's not a bad opening hand. I'm probably going to keep that one because we can play out a Lumbering Falls turn 1, an Island turn 2, and then we can have Undercity Troll turn 2, and then Hinterland Harbour would come down turn 3, and then we can play Jesse and Thief. So we're nicely on curve at the moment, which is pretty cool. So we'll go for the Lumbering Falls first. Yeah, we're playing Matroska PNZ. I've also included a copy of Displacement Wave for Thopters in future. So I took out... I had put in a second copy of Willbreaker, but that's now been removed. And instead of 4 Disperses, we've now got 1 copy of Displacement Wave for whenever we do come up against Thopters. So we are going to play out an Island here and an Undercity Troll. The next turn will be Jesse and Thief. And then we'll see how it goes after that. So we do have Separatist Void Mage for turn 4 at this rate. And we've also got a Disperse for bouncing back any kind of threat which might get played. I'm assuming we're probably going to be playing... Okay, so we played Reef Soul out. I'd rather Reef Soul as one of my Undercity Trolls than the Jesse and Thief. So, yeah, we're playing... is it Jund? Red-Green? To play out the Hinterland Harbour here. And the Jesse and Thief. So yeah, is it Jund, which is red-green-black? I think it's Jund. Or is it Grixis? Or is it Grixis? It might be Grixis. Don't quote me on that. I can't remember what the colour combination name is for red-green-black, so he's up to 4 mana, and he's played a Coon Firebird. Okay, interesting. So we do have 2 lots of Disperse for that, so but he is going to be able to swing with it straight away. So we're probably just going to Disperse it with the Separatist Void Mage. And then force him to replay it next turn. Or do we disperse it with this? Actually, that could work even better because it'll actually get us the pump up on the Jesse and Thief as well. So if we... It doesn't really matter which order we do this in. I'm just going to attack, confirm attack, and then bounce you. Just to force him to replay it on his next turn. Just so he can't play anything else on top of the Coon Firebird. Plus we then get the pump up on the Jesse and Thief. And in theory I could disperse it again. I'm not really feeling of doing that because I won't get the pump up on my Jesse and Thief that way. So what I will do, however, is play out the second Undercity Troll, and we do have the Skyline Cascade. So if he does play out the Akun Firebird this turn, what we can actually do is play the Skyline Cascade and force it to remain tapped for his next step as well. So that works out a little bit better. So he's played Foundry, the console's out, and he's played Deathbridge Shaman. Interesting. So I was expecting another Akun Firebird. So he's played a Gather the Pack, so what does that get to do? So he's found... What does this do? Reveal the top 5 cards of your library and put a creature card from among them. Okay, fair enough. I completely didn't see which creature cards he had there, but... Okay, so I think we'll play out the Island, and then what we should probably do here is just play out Separatist Void Mage. Bounce back the 3-1, and then swing with these 2 creatures. There we go. Save it. Hold up in the Disperse for later on when we might need it. As it is an instant step card, so... instant speed card, sorry. So we push through 3 more damage. We do get to draw a card with the Jesse and Thief, which is nice. That's why Jesse and Thief is a very good in a tempo deck. And then we also get to renown our Undercity Troll. So I'm wondering whether he's going to play this time. We do still have 2 lots of bounce to bounce back whatever he might play. Gate Creeper Vine, don't really care too much about that. All it really does is draw him an extra land. Just wondering what he's going to play next, whether it's going to be a Coom Firebird or the Deathbridge Shaman again. Sort of I'm intrigued to find out. Okay, so he's played Smothering Abomination, so I have no... So at the beginning of your upkeep, sacrifice a creature. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay, this is kind of hilarious, because what I could do is play out a forest here. So how much mana have I got? I've got enough to tap down the... So what's I've got enough to tap down the Smothering Abomination and disperse back the Gate Creeper Vine so that he actually has to sacrifice his Smothering Abomination next turn. So yeah, let's do that. So we shall tap down the 4/3 like so. Then we're going to disperse the 0/2, which will actually pump up Jessian Thief. So I don't really mind about the land here. I'm more concerned about pushing through as much damage as possible in the next couple of turns. So we will draw a card back with the Jessian Thief, which is exactly what we want it doing every single turn. So draw us a card, and we've got him down to 8 as well, which is kind of nice. So that he then has to sacrifice the Smothering Abomination, which is kind of hilarious. We find an island, but so he has to sacrifice this. Goodbye, Smothering Abomination. There we go. What else does it do? So when it dies, whenever you sacrifice a creature, draw a card. Okay, so you've got to draw a card from it as well. Let's see what he does this turn. So, okay, so he's replayed out the Gate Creeper Vine. So I really wanted to play out the Coom Firebird just because I can bounce it with the Harbinger of Tides if he decides to swing over my head with it. Or just Skyline Cascade it as well, also works for me. Okay, so he's played out Retreat to Kazandu. How much damage have we got going through here? So he gets to gain 2 life from that? Yeah, so he's back up to 10. And he's going to Bone Splinters my Jessian Thief, I'd assume? Nope, my Undercity Troll. Interesting. I don't really care about that because I'd rather have the Jessian Thief left alive, if I'm going to be honest. Just because it's drawing me an extra card every turn. So we're going to swing with all 3 of these. And I've just realised I could have actually played out an extra 3 damage with the Lumbering Fools as well. That was my bad. So we're going down to 5. And we get to draw an extra card with the Jessian Thief, which is a Frostlynx. Very nice indeed. So we'll play out the island and another Jessian Thief here, and just hold open Harbinger of Tides in case he, for example, if he plays out a Coom Firebird here, we bounce it back using Harbinger of Tides, if he swings, of course, and then it just dies. Or we've got the Frostlynx next turn to tap it down. So this kind of game has been like the purest example of how a tempo deck should play. So it goes back up to 7 health here. And what is the AI going to do? Is he going to play? So he's going to play a Coom Firebird, which he decided not to swing with. But like I said, we've got Frostlynx to tap it down anyway. So, and he plays out Deathbridge Shaman. Okay, interesting. Okay, so we shall play Frostlynx here. We'll tap down... What do we tap down? 3/3? So how much damage are we pushing through here? We also play out the Lumbering Fools. Well, I've just realised that comes in tapped. Oh, that's a big old bag of sadness. How much damage have we got here then? 1, 3... Oh, God. So that was a huge mistake there because I completely didn't realise that I didn't have enough mana left to play the Lumbering Fools as well. So we'll destroy one of my Jessian Thieves. We do draw 1 card with the other one, however. So we shall get rid of Skyline Cascades. It's fairly useless at this point. And we're getting down to 2. Oh, look, now we draw a forest. But, I may as well play you out. Why the hell not? So we should win next turn in theory, I think. So he's Bone Splintering. Does it really matter? One of my Jessian Thief. And he's going to play out another Smothering Abomination. Okay. Is that all? Nope, and a Rex Sage. So that does nothing. So I think we just win here just on the fact that we've got 4 creatures to play and he's only got 2 blockers. So awesome. That was pretty fun. I enjoyed this match. So we shall, come on, play out the Lumbering Fools. and then just swing with all 4 of these creatures, because that basically then pushes through at least 2 damage to my opponent's face. There we go, so one of these goes through. Perfect. I'll see you in a sec for game number 3, guys. Okay guys, here we are for game number 3, and we're playing the rank 20 Caesar Cock. That's a very interesting name, but I think I'm going to keep this hand. It's not too bad. We've got the displacement wave in case we are playing thopters, although I doubt we will somehow. So he's played a Jaddy offshoot to begin with. So I think I'm thinking about displacement wave. I only really want to play against like 1 mana basically. So reason being is that all my creatures are at least 2 mana, so displacement wave would be the kind of thing where I'd play it for like 1 mana and it would sweep anything which only has like a 1 mana cost, basically, like thopters as their tokens, so they actually technically have a 0 mana cost, and it wouldn't actually bounce back any of my own creatures. So we're going to play out forest here. We don't really have anything else we want to play, so we're just going to hold out until we get the frost links on turn number 3. Let's see what my opponent does here. So we've got green-black at the moment, but interesting with the Jaddy offshoot. I don't know what he's going to play. So he's going to play a Read the Bones, so he's going to drop back down to 20 health. So nothing from my opponent there. Just drew 2 cards. What are we going to get? Ooh, Jessian Thief. Now that is the perfect card to play on turn number 3, as we can now start bouncing and tapping with all our other creature spells to start pushing through this, drawing cards, all sorts of fun stuff. So we've got Wild Size to pump it up. We've got Disperse to bounce back things like Jaddy Offshoot. Reeve Soul. Oh, great. So he's going to Reeve Soul it. Well, that makes me sad. But never mind. I was kind of expecting it, I think. So he's played a Elves Visionary. So yeah, maybe we're playing... what's the one I'm looking for? What's green-black again? I can't remember. We are playing... We're going to tap down a Jaddy Offshoot. Reason being is that it's a 0/3, and we can actually kind of force him to block poorly with the Elvish Visionary. Yeah, what is green-black again? I can't remember now. My god, my brain is just not working today. My magic brain is not switched on a Monday afternoon. Carrier Thrall. Okay, interesting. So that one I might just disperse. Yeah, it's kind of sad that the Jessian Thief kind of ate it a little bit, but let's play out the island here. Let's just disperse the... what's the word I'm looking for? The Carrier Thrall. And I might Wild Size, to be fair. So swing with the Frost Links. Is it Dimir? No, it's not Dimir. Green-black is not Dimir. So he's going to block with that, and we're going to Wild Size. It's going to allow us to draw an extra card and push through some damage. Altars Reap. So sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. Okay, so he decided to sacrifice a creature. So does that mean we don't push through... We did push through 2 damage, so the trample damage... Oh no, it all went through in the end. That's fine by me then. So for some reason, because we had because we had trample, all of the damage went through. Because technically, okay, Woodland Bellower, that is kind of bad news bears, but hey ho, we could have done with a Scatter to the Winds open for that. So I might disperse that this turn and then keep a Scatter to the Winds open for it next time. So just going to grab an Elvish Visionary. So we're going to get a Skyline Cascade. That sounds good to me. So what we're going to do is just disperse 6/5. And then just leave open 3 mana for a Scatter to the Winds, I think, in case he decides to play out the Woodland Bellower again. So he's going to gain a life from the Jaddy Offshoot. It's starting to annoy me out of this thing. It's a good blocker as well, so Nissa's Pilgrimage I don't really care for. He's going to ramp up a bit, but yeah, losing that Jessian Thief I think is going to be the thing which is going to set me back. Okay, Carrier Thrall, again, not really too fussed about. I did bounce it last time, but I don't think I need to this time. Oh, excellent. We've managed to find another Jessian Thief, so I'm going to play out Elvish Visionary here. Just to draw an extra card, because if we find a mana, that would be quite nice. No, we found a Disperse, so we'll probably just roll on here. Skip attack, hold open the counter for any big creature that you might decide to play this turn. So he's just getting life with the Jaddy offshoot, but I'm not really too fussed by that. Okay, so this turn we definitely want to scatter to the winds the Woodland Bellower, because that is a big old threat which we can't be dealing with. And he's going to read the bones, so he's going to lose 2 life and draw 2 cards. This guy has got a hell of a lot of card draw from those 2 read the bones. That's kind of crazy. And he's also managed to play out 2 Elvish Visionaries as well, so he's managed to draw something like 5 cards, something like that. Okay, so what are we going to do this turn? I don't think we're going to swing. Just skip attack, and we'll just play out Mist Intruder. We'll make him think we've got another counter open by leaving some mana open, so there's no point playing out Jesse and Thief if we don't have to. So what's he going to do now then? What big creature has he got? Oblivion Sower. Okay. So he's going to find some more mana. What's he going to get rid of? He's going to get rid of Bounding Krasis, Undercity Troll, Whirler Rogue. It's kind of annoying. He just essentially milled me for 4 creatures. He's going to play another Oblivion Sower. Could almost do some tap for Oblivion Sower rather than bounce, just because yeah, I don't really want to bounce it back to his hand and then like give him the opportunity to mill me for 4 again, so I'm just going to swing with the Mist Intruder at the moment, which will ingest in 1, which is just a mana. And then do I play out Jesse and Thief? I think I'm just going to play out Jesse and Thief here. Probably block the Oblivion Sower with the or even just let the 5 damage go through, I'm going to be honest. So he's going to alter his reach, so he's going to sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards. So he sacrificed one of his Oblivion Sowers and drew 2 cards from it. This man has a lot of card draw in his deck. I'm quite impressed. Alters Reap, the Elvish Visionaries, the Read the Bones. He's having a good time. So he's going to swing with the Oblivion Sower and the Carrier Thrall. So I'm going to block the Carrier Thrall, let the Oblivion Sower go through, and then what I can do is Skyline Cascade this just so it stays tapped down. Just want to see what he does here now. What has he got up his sleeve? Because he's got enough mana for Ulamog, so I'm expecting Ulamog. Necromantic Summons, okay. What's he going to pull back? Oh, Woodland Bellower. Okay, that's kind of annoying. So that's now an 8/7. That's kind of mental. So yeah, we're in a whole world of pain right now, I'm going to be honest. So I mean, I could use like Displacement Wave for like 1 mana, which should bounce back none of the biggies. So Skyline Cascade, I think the 5/8 here, just so it remains tapped down for now. And I could Displacement Wave for I could Displacement Wave for 1, which would bounce back for 2 Jaddy offshoots and get rid of the Scions. Would keep the Elvish Visionary around, and then I could also disperse the Woodland Bellower as well, and then just swing with a lot of stuff. Might be my only option here, I think, at this point. So we've got a Displacement Wave for 1, which will pump up that. And then I'm just going to disperse the 8/7. Just pump up you again. And we swing with everything here. See what he does. So he's going to double block there. Okay, that's fine. Going to ingest him for 1. And he loses a Plated Crusher. That kind of makes me a little bit happier. So I'm guessing he might replay the Woodland Bellower here. Nope, he's going to Languish. Okay, that's me dead then. I don't think I can come back from this somehow at this point. So that Languish is probably the death of me, and I'm probably going to concede here just because I don't see the point of hanging around for a slow, painful death. So yeah, let's end this off here. Okay guys, so not the best series of games today, but the second game was fun. I really enjoyed the second game, but because I'm pressed for time, I'm probably going to have to cut short the episode here. So as always guys, don't forget to comment and like if you enjoyed the episode, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.